welcome to Just Unique Pilates. Today I am bringing you a complete total body Pilates workout. So we're going to be working everything. We're going to be working on our front, on our side, on our back, everything. And it's just going to be 20 minutes, so not long at all. So if you haven't subscribed already, do make sure you do, because on this channel you get 2 short videos every single week. And if you haven't grabbed your mat, go grab your mat, get a little bit of space, and come and join me. Okay, when you're ready, sit back onto your heels. Now, if anyone's not able to sit here, you can be down on your sit bones instead. If maybe you've got knee pain, ankle pain, that's absolutely fine. But either way, I want you to sit as tall as you possibly can. I'm at one end of my mat, ready to do the next part in just a second, but it's up to you. But we just want to lift nice and tall, tucking the chin in slightly so the neck is lovely and lengthened. Shoulders relaxing down and away from the ears. Arms relaxing by your side. Feeling those abdominals pulling in. Taking a deep breath in through the nose as we start to lift the arms up to the ceiling in front of you. And as you do this, just slightly open through your chest. So we're not sinking into the lower back. This is just through the chest. I want you to slightly look up and just draw those shoulders down your back. Continue to open the arms out to the side, opening through the chest more. And as your arms circle back around by your side, slightly scoop your body back. And sit up nice and tall. So let's go again. Deep breath in, arms lift in front of the body, palms facing in. We slightly look up, open the chest as the arms come just wider than shoulder width. Continue to circle the arms around by your side, keeping the chest open. Once the arms are by your side, slightly swing them in front of the body as you scoop your abdominals back and your spine coming into a little C curve, and then come back up, sitting nice and tall. Let's go again, 2 more times. Deep breath in, lift the arms, shoulders away from the ears, slightly lean back. Open those arms out, continue to open through the chest, the upper back. Circle the arms around as you start to scoop your spine back, pulling those abdominals in, and then rest your arms back by your side, sit up tall. Last time, deep breath in, lift the arms in front, slightly open through the chest, you're looking up, arms go wider than shoulder width as they circle around by your side, nice big circle. As the arms come back by your side and slightly scoop in front, pull those abdominals in, scoop your spine back. And then sit nice and tall, swing the arms back behind you, slightly pulling back through the shoulders. And then scoop the arms back in front, scoop the abdominals back. So as the arms swing back behind you, you slightly pull the shoulder blades back, neutral spine, and as the arms swing back in front, you scoop your spine back, pull those abdominals in. So we scoop the arms back behind us, slightly squeeze through those shoulder blades, and then as the arms swing in front, we scoop back. Let's do that one last time, scooping the arms back as we pull through the shoulder blades, and then swing the arms in front as the upper body scoops back. When you're ready, place the hands down onto the mat in front of you. So if you were on your sit bones, just bring yourself now so your hands are directly underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart, toes are untucked, and we're coming into a cat stretch, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling. Looking between the legs, and then slowly melting down from your tailbone to your middle back, to your head, letting those abdominals go down towards the mat and the head and the glutes lift. Coming up again in your own time. Remember, if this is uncomfortable for the wrists, you can go up onto the fists instead. You can go down onto your forearms, or maybe you want to be seated, rippling in and out through the spine. Let's do that one last time. We're scooping up into that cat stretch. And then scooping or sinking down And then find somewhere in the middle of those two extremes. Neck is lengthened, spine is neutral. Take one leg back behind you. Let me move forward on my mat. Take one leg back behind you, pulling those abdominals in. Hips are facing down towards the mat. We're gonna lift the leg up to hip level and tap it back down to the mat. And again, lift the leg to hip level. Tap it down and just be aware of the rest of the body. Are you sinking into the shoulders? We shouldn't be. Maybe you're down on your forearms if this feels too much, or maybe you're laying completely flat on the mat, doing the leg lift down on the mat, a little lower. Lift and lower, and I want you to focus on length. Imagine someone's pulling that leg right to the other end of the room. As you lift the leg up, I want you to feel the glutes engaging, the abdominals pulling in. On this next one, keep that leg lifted and let's reach the opposite arm nice and long in front. Opposite arm to leg. Tap the fingertips and the toes down of the arm and leg that was lifted, and then bring them back up to shoulder height and hip level. I've got a nice click in my hip there, in my knee there. Tap the fingertips and the toes down. Lift back up, little bit of balance. Tapping down. And lift and lengthen. Ooh. And tap down. And lift up, bring the arm in, bring the leg in, sit back into child's pose if you want to, back on your heels, stretching the arms long in front, and then come back up. Let's do the same to the other side. Take the other leg back behind you, reaching long, no sinking into the shoulders. Hips are staying down or facing down towards the mat. Lift the leg to hip level and tap it back down, and just focus on that leg. Focus on that leg working, your core working to keep you stable. Your upper body and your shoulders staying nice and strong. Lift and lower. And again, lift and lower. And let's do that free. Nice neutral spine. Maybe you're flat on the mat doing this. 2. And 1, keep the leg lifted. Reach the opposite arm nice and long, shoulder height. Tap the fingertips and the toes down, keep the leg and arm straight. Lift back up to shoulder height, hip level. Tap the fingertips and the toes down at the same time. Lift back up, can you reach even longer? Let's do that for 3. And lift. 2, hitting my plant here. And tap 1. Lift up, drawing in, sit back onto the heels into child's pose. Give those wrists a little rotate, and then slowly roll yourself up so you're sitting back onto your heels. Bring yourself down onto your sit bones, swing the legs around in front. Bring yourself right to the front of your mat so you've got plenty of room to roll back behind you. Feet are completely flat on the mat, nice and parallel. About hip distance, knees in line with your hip bones. Holding onto the back of the legs, and just use the arms, the hands to press into the legs to sit yourself up a little taller. Deep breath in. On the exhale, round through your spine, tuck your tailbone under. Start to straighten your arms and feel that scoop through the abdominals. You scoop back just a little bit, hold. Exhale, come up, keep that scoop, and sit nice and tall at the top. Let's go again, scoop down. Pulling the abdominals in, you're scooping back, straightening through the arms. We come up, keep that scoop, and then sit nice and tall. See if you can do that. The arms reached in front at shoulder height, thumbs up to the ceiling, hands facing in towards each other. Scoop back. Now carry on with that. Otherwise, I want you to see if you can go a little lower this time. Bring in just above your shoulder blades down onto the mat, and then come up, keep that scoop. And then sit nice and tall at the top. And let's go again, scooping down, keep those legs in line. See if you can go a little lower just as the shoulder blades touch down. We come back up. And we sit tall. And let's do that 2 more times, scooping down just to the shoulder blades or just above. And we pull back up. Feeling those abdominals sitting nice and tall. And let's go last one. Bringing it all the way down to the mat, using the hands if you need to bring yourself down, and resting the head down. So we're lengthening through the neck so the chin isn't all the way back or tucked in too much. Shoulder blades are down on the mat. Arms reaching nice and long by your side or holding onto your hips. And your pubic bone and hip bone should be on the same level. Lovely neutral spine. Deep breath in, pick one leg up to tabletop, where the shin is parallel to the ceiling, knees now on top of the hip. And lower that leg down with control. Imagine you're on ice. You need to drop it down gently. Switch to the other side. Hips shouldn't be moving, back shouldn't be arching. Staying with this, so you have this option to do one leg at a time. Otherwise, we're gonna lift one leg. We're gonna engage the core, press your back towards the mat as you lift now the second leg to join the first leg. So both legs are up in tabletop. We bring one leg down with control. Don't let your back rise. Engage those core muscles. Bring the second leg down. Lovely, coming up again, so you can stay with this. Otherwise, lift one leg to tabletop. Engage those abdominals as you lift the second leg, coming into toe taps. So we're gonna let one leg drop down, tap the toes, and lift back up. Now, really important here, we're keeping ourselves in this right angle. So we're not just moving from the knee, we wanna make sure we're moving right from the hip, and it's like your leg is in a cast, so it needs to stay in that right angle. If this feels too much, maybe you're doing one leg at a time. Maybe you're coming back to those single knee folds. Either way, we're gonna do a couple more on each side. Keep checking your spine, make sure it's not arching. Tapping down, coming up. One more time each side. And down. Good, keep the legs lifted or have them down. Take the arms up and over the head. Deep breath in on the exhale, bring the arms over the head, press the palms down towards the mat, crunch your upper body up so you're up onto the tips of the shoulder blades, and slow to lower back down. Go again, don't let the rib cage open here, and come up. It's like you've got an orange underneath your chin. Maybe you have your legs down for this, and again, come up. And lower down. On this next one, see if you can stay lifted. Keep lifting. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Stay lifted. See if you can take one arm up and over your head. Stay lifted. And bring it back down, just hovering off of the mat. Take the other arm over the head. Keep your upper body lifted. Bring it back. See if you can take both arms up and over. And bring them back. Let's do that one more time each side. Take one arm up and over the head. The legs can be lifted in tabletop or down. Upper body lifted or down. And back. Both arms at the same time. And down. This time, stay with the legs again, up or down, whatever feels best. Again, head lifted or down. And now take both arms up and over the head, stretch them long, and then draw a nice big circle with the arms. Bring them back by your side. Go again, lift the arms, circle round. We're going to do that another 3 more times. If you want to make it more challenging, we're going to straighten the legs as the arms reach over your head. So the legs straighten away as the arms go above the head. As we circle with the arms around, the knees come into your chest. Do that for another 3. And circle in, double leg stretch, legs are squeezed together now. Let's go 2, back shouldn't be rising. Keep the belly button in towards the spine. Last one, circle around, hug in, rest your head down, knees into the chest, circle the legs around one way, massage through the spine. Circle back the other way. Good, place one foot down at a time. This time the heels are underneath your knees. So they're stepped in a little bit closer. Still neutral with the spine at the moment, arms by your side or holding onto your pelvis. Take a deep breath in as we start to flatten the back, now down towards the mat, drawing the hip bones in towards us, pulling the belly button down towards the mat, and then release back to neutral. Let's go again, flatten the back down, hold, and release. Let's start to come up on the next one. Flatten the back down. Keep the back drawn or the belly button drawn down as we start to peel the tailbone and the middle back off of the mat. Keep tucking under and slowly roll back down through the spine, letting your tailbone be the last to come down, come back to neutral. So again, we flatten the back, tilt the hips in, we start to lift up a little higher, feeling those hips open. See if you can come up until you're on your shoulders, not your neck. Straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Keep the knees in line with the hip bones. We're not sinking through the back. We want to make sure, sorry, we're not arching through the back. We want to make sure it's nice and tucked in. Pelvis is tucked under. Roll down, upper back to middle to lower, come back to neutral. Let's just do that a couple more times. Flatten the back. Start to lift all the way up. Nice and strong in that bridge. Press your arms by your side and then roll down, upper back to middle to lower, coming back to neutral. And let's go again, and flatten the back, coming up, lifting in that bridge. Now staying in that bridge, we're going to open the knees away from each other and bring them back. And open the knees away from each other, bring them back. The feet stay grounded. Keep those hips lifted. Keep your tailbone tucked under. We got another 4. Squeeze those glutes. And 3. Feel those legs working. We got last 2. Keep that bridge. And last 1. Bring your knees back to parallel. Roll down, upper back to middle to lower, coming back to neutral. Hug the knees into the chest. Start to circle through the knees, massaging through your back. Good. When you're ready, roll onto your side. And we're just going to do a little exercise on your side. So bring both legs straight towards the front corner of your mat. Lower yourself down towards the mat, and you can tuck your underneath arm under if you want to, or you can have the arms straight, whatever feels best for you. But let's feel our waist lifting up and away from the mat. So we're not sinking, hips are nice and stacked, hip bones facing forwards. If you need a little bit more balance, control, bend your underneath leg. It's going to give you nice support. Top arm can rest in front for a little bit of support on the mat, or have it by your side on your leg to challenge your balance. We're going to lift our top leg to about hip level. We're going to flex the foot and we're going to swing the leg forwards without the rest of the body moving. And then we're going to point the foot, keeping the leg at the same level, and reach it back without our hips tipping back. Let's go again. We flex the foot, swing the leg forwards, and then point as we go back. And again, it's like your leg is just gliding along a little ledge or a table, so it can't go any higher or lower than it already is. The bigger the swings, the more challenging. Be aware of the rest of the body. Is the rest of the body moving? It shouldn't be. Your waist should be lifted, your spine lengthened, and your hips are nice and stacked. I nearly went back then. Let's do that one last time. Swing forwards and point to go back. Let's finish with circles on this side. Reach your leg nice and long away from you. Start to draw circles, football size. Keep reaching that leg long and just feel that control through the rest of the body as you draw those circles, and then go back the other way. Keep reaching, keep the knee facing towards the front. Don't rotate the leg in. Good, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And drop that leg down. Let's switch over to the other side. So just switching over, bring yourself down, find where you're nice and comfortable through the upper body. Waist is nice and lifted, shoulders down and nice and stable. Bring the legs towards the front corner, bend your underneath leg if you need to. Hips are nice and stacked. Top arm in front for support if you need to. Lift that top leg up to hip level. Flex the foot, start to swing the leg in front of the body without anything else moving. Point the foot as you swing it back. Be really careful here that the leg doesn't start to lift as it goes back. And again, flex the leg to go forwards and point to take it back. And this is really going to challenge your balance, your core strength. Swing forwards and take it back. And this is actually my side where I struggle a little more. So just notice, is there one side that feels a little bit more difficult? We're always going to have a side that's, you know, not as strong as the other side, or we struggle a little more. Good. Let's come into those circles. Reach your leg nice and long, football-sized circles. Keep that waist lifted. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. And let's go back the other way. This lovely control. Reach your leg a little longer each time. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth for 2. And for 1, hugging in. Bring yourself up to a nice seated position. Sitting nice and tall, take your time. And you are done with the main part of the routine. Have I got my curtains on my back? No. So sitting up nice and tall. Shake out whatever you need to. What I'm going to do now is leave a video on screen of some stretches that you can go and do now. It's a quick routine. You're just going to allow your body to stretch out from the work you've just done, so make sure you do check that out. I'm also going to leave the subscribe button on screen now as well if you haven't subscribed already. It really helps me out, and it'd be great if you could like the video if you enjoyed it, share it with friends, family, whoever may be interested. And yeah, other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.